Alright everybody, I know it's been a minute since I've had some things ready for Etsy, but I have been busy. I keep procrastinating on the ephemera and I'm terrible. I have like some of it finished and I have some of it halfway finished, and I can't bring myself to work on it right now. So I decided to work on another project, and when I start getting the nerve to work on some ephemera again, I will come back to it. And some of them, well, I guess they're not really quite finished because I want to put a few buttons and things on them. So they're just like literally finishing touches there. But I know that the type of finishing touches that I'm going to be putting on will require me to empty and destroy my entire craft room, because there's like, you know, buttons and little clips and charms, and so it's gonna be like a big huge horseshoe table type event where I sit down and just go to town and get them all done at once. And I just haven't quite got the gumption up yet to do that, because I know when I'm done the mess is just gonna be horrendous. So I've been working on these pretties, and they are finally, I have 4 of them done, and I have about, I think, another 10 slowly behind these that are 5 more should be done today, and then another 5 more should be done within the next few days. I'm only going to be listing 4, obviously, because I'm down 4 slots in Etsy. So these are going to be our beautiful, lovely ladies that go up in Etsy today. You can see my clothes. And of course, you know what we have going on with our tutorials. We can't forget these lovelies. If you haven't yet, obviously, stay tuned for Fridays. Friday is always tutorial day. Well, almost always. I try to get a tutorial up on Fridays. If I don't, then sometimes I'll have a specialty journal or something like that up on Fridays. Usually throughout the week, I will try to throw in Happy Mail and Etsy shop goodies that are ready to be listed. So I'm wonderful to have so many of you along. The other day we hit 840, so we are getting closer and closer to the 1,000 mark, and as soon as we hit the 1,000 mark, we will be having a giveaway. And for those of you that know or follow me on Instagram, we just did the Instagram giveaway, and I mailed off that journal yesterday. The lady was very happy, ecstatic to be receiving her journal. She got to make her journal. It was one of these. She got first pick of this batch. So she got to pick the cover, decide what color pages she wanted in it, and then I put it all together and sent it on her way. I will be very excited to see her posting pictures of it on her Instagram. I also posted a few in my storyboard. If you guys have any information on that or want any information on that, she said she would tag me, so you can go to my profile and view my tags, and when she receives it, it should show up there. So now to show these lovelies off. So this is the most chunky one of this batch. This one, I think the count was 180 pages. That's front to back, and it has the spine that separates, so the spine is not directly mounted, so you can hide goodies in there. And of course you got the fuzzies going on, and the beautiful inside gold leaf pages. And I was going to distress the edges, but I figured that whoever got this journal could distress the edges themselves. I ended up dyeing the cardboard blue. I just felt it kind of gave it a little bit of offset, and I actually kind of like it. I did not anticipate it looking as cute as it does with the blue. I really didn't. So if you want to go in and distress it with blue on the edges of the paper, or you can even go in and fill in the blue with brown and it'll cover it up easily. So I just kind of left it blank for whoever would like to do that. Now the pages on the inside, guys, this one is going to be a little bit of a higher price point than my standards because it's a little bit bigger. Also, this one has eco-dyed pages. So on some of the pages in this journal are obviously going to be a lot more beautiful, and I had to put a lot more work into them. So if you are in love with this beautiful journal, it will be up on Etsy this evening. Usually as soon as the YouTube video finishes loading, I upload my journals and see, look at that beautiful leaf, and start letting everyone know that they are in the shop. So if you are a current subscriber or you are a person who follows me regularly and loves to go snatch up my journals, just so you know, if I do a journal video upload, the first thing you want to do is go over to Etsy and see what's new in there, because it's getting to the point to where I don't know what's going to stay and what's going to go. I honestly don't know. So and this one is also very beautiful. I did the coffee I did the same thing on all of the edges. It seems to be very popular and go over very well. I did the coffee stained muslin, and they came out beautiful. I just love the way it came out. This one has some beautiful writing on the cover and some flowers going on, and on the back it's got the gold with the beautiful butterflies. And on the inside, I kept it a little bit more simple with the inlet paper. It's just lined paper, so you could possibly write notes, add a pocket, do whatever you want. And then some beautifully dark stained, but not overly dark. It's like a very creamy dark stained pages with the coffee, and of course medium and light stained. And I used like an orangey peach for the pages on this one. Same thing with this one. There was eco coffee and orangey peach. So this one has coffee and orange peach. It's just very beautiful. In the back, of course, it has Lilmissdasie and the date it was made, and some little text going on there. Again, I did not distress the inside of the journal, but I did distress the outside on this one. So if you would like to go in and distress it, you are more than welcome to. I would like to also say that on this batch, my very first batch was kind of like a trial and error, and I was going to see how well they went over, how much everyone loved them. They were a hit. Everyone loved them. They're upcycled cardboard. A lot of my family goes through cardboard like none other, so they started saving it for me and sending it my way. And I bind them together, and I actually got I have a Dremel, so I used the Dremel to file down the edges, because some of you will notice on my first batch they weren't filed down very like pristine. Now I'm starting to file them down pristine, and then I'll go in with Ranger inks or oxide inks and distress the edges of the journal so they look so much better now and so beautiful. As well, I'm starting to reinforce the tie strings with extra cardboard to make them sturdier for tying. So again, that was just trial and error on my behalf. I haven't received any comments on any of that. That's just something I felt I needed to improve on. And then of course we still got the fuzzies, and this one was more of a music style. I don't really do too many music ones, but I really like the idea of it because I don't, and I know a lot of people love music. I did put a lot of music paper in my Little Mermaid journal, and I know it was a big hit, so I decided to kind of lean a little towards that one in this journal with the beautiful roses and again the music paper. And instead of traditional white paper, I actually did printer paper, college ruled lined paper. Now on some of the pages, obviously there's going to be a hole punched from where you can tell, because I wanted the lines to be to where you could write on them. And if you want, you can use the little hole to, like, you can put a little seal around it to reinforce it and hang a charm, or you can put lace on it and cover it up, you know, just whatever you want. But now you have these little holes punched in here. Maybe you'll get some really cool ideas with that. And on top of that, you have this beautiful lined paper where you can write all of your notes and just all of that neat stuff. And of course, I added some peaches and orange. It's like an orangey peach, reddish pink, but mostly oranges, light oranges and peaches, kind of like Arizona sunsets. And they look magnificent and match very well. And again, of course, distressed sanded down edges, reinforced tie strings, and you have the gap in between the signature and the spine going on, so you can hide a couple of things in there as if you wish as well. I'm really in love with the way this paper came out, and I love how it feels. It's so beautiful. And of course, I signed it. Well, not signed, but it's got my name and the date that it was finished. Sometimes I forget those. Sorry, but this time I did my best to remember. And this beauty, I think out of this batch, this one would have to be my favorite. I really like the inside page, but the outside is just the outside of this one is my favorite. And I would have to say probably the inside of the eco dyed paper one is my favorite. So if I could do the eco dyed on the inside of this one, I may have just kept it. So I love the dyeing on this spine. I think this is my favorite of the 4. And of course, again, we have the gap in the spine and the beautiful pages. And again, they're like a peachy orange reddish color. And we got the very, very creamy coffee stain brown. And I did yellow papers to match the cover, yellow aged, and they got the same print as on the back, but in yellow. And they got a little bit of writing, same thing on the rear. It's the yellow and it has like a little bit of writing. And of course, name and date. So I hope you all loved these so much. It was wonderful to talk with you guys again. I love getting on here and talking to you, especially when I just get a second to show off what's going on and hopefully have you guys join along for the fun. And you are working on your crafts. I love it when you guys are working on your crafts. It really makes me feel like I inspire you to do amazing things. If you ever want to tag me in your crafts so I can see them, I would love that. Definitely tag me on Instagram or any other form of social media, and I will be able to see your beautiful works. There was one lady, I loved it, and I'm pretty sure it's still up on my Instagram. She took on the back of some of my Etsy, or on my Etsy mail outs, I'll print off a picture. It's usually the same one that's at the end of all of my videos. I print that off and I stick it to the back of the packaging. The lady made a journal out of that, and it just came out so beautiful. I was in love with it. And it's really interesting to see projects like that and see the intriguing things that people can come up with. I have some really great ideas again for this beauty coming out. Stay tuned on Friday. I will be filming tomorrow. I hope to see you guys then. Bye. Don't forget,